Sadly, it's nearly 7 years since I hit a golf ball because I had some spinal trouble, and I went to a very reputable surgeon who did a wonderful job, but it didn't work, so it's affected the nerves from my meager brain to my legs, and my balance is shot to hell. So if I fall over, it's not because I've had a couple of shandies too many, it's because the old brain doesn't connect with the legs. But from the chin up, I'm still quite observant and quite attractive to the older person. Somebody said something the other day. He played in a tournament, and I asked a chap who was a bit of a comic, and I said, "How did Tiger Woods do today?" And he just said, "What's left of Tiger Woods went round at 69. And I thought that was quite amusing. If you think about what's left of Tiger Woods. Well, he's had so many operations, they've not taken bits off or putting bits on, but I knew what he meant. But will Tiger Woods survive? Will he go on? How about the Ryder Cup in Paris? What about the Open Championship? Do golf balls go too far? In many cases here, I don't think they do. But Terry Wogan, my old friend, godfather of my youngest, he holed a putt on the 18th green on the King's Course at Gleneagles. It was 92 paces. And for many years, it was the longest putt we'd ever seen on television. Vicente Fernandez beat it. He putted up from the front of the 18th at the Belfry, which was just nearly 42 yards, I think, something like that, just beat him. But in the memory, people remember dear old Terry Wogan more than Vicente Fernandez, so we keep quiet about him. Come on, you've got a question. I know you've got a question. You good-looking one, you, with the good teeth. What have you got for me? Think of something. Come on, you're a big wig. You're here on a special day. You're making $1 million. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Think of something. Have you ever farted on the first tee? Anything? That was Tiger Woods' speciality, you know. He and his caddy. Some people thought it was crude. I thought it was. It's funny, the word fart. It makes people smile. Don't ask me why. Sometimes they pong a bit, but sometimes the quiet, silent ones make you. Who's done that? And you look around, there's a vicar on one side and the Queen on the other, and you're not sure. Trevino was the most interesting, to me, the most interesting and as talented as anyone I've ever seen. He drove some people up the wall, but for talent, interest, I mean, he was concerned that really he had, rather like me, he left school when he was about 15, and he went into the Marines, and he picked cotton and did all that sort of thing, and learned to play golf. He didn't come on the scene till he was about 26, but he could play all sorts of, he was a genius. And he won 4 or 5 of those, of the greatest events in the world. Jack Nicklaus had a different sort of magic. He was inevitable. He was like a huge tank going forward, crushing everything. Nobody, in my opinion, nobody like Nicklaus. I never saw Nicklaus waste a tournament, lose a tournament. I mean, there's an old saying, you know, Bobby Jones, I suppose, the old great amateur in the 30s. The most important distance is 6 inches between your ears. And that's very, very liable today, very, very true today, because you get people who hit the ball beautifully, but they really don't know how to play. And you get people who know how to play, but occasionally their memory goes and they forget for a moment. Oh, what I did. I won my first tournament in 1954, and my last one in 1969. In that time, I won 21 times, which is about the 5th best record in Europe, I suppose. I played in 8 Ryder Cups, 10 World Cups. I won 3 Open Championships in the space of 3 weeks. The Italian, the Spanish, and the Portuguese, which will never be done again because they don't play them that way around now. But,